Okay, kit. So here's the stuff you're gonna need, okay? Number one, you're gonna want a voltage tester. Looks like this. You can buy them at Home Depot. Yeah, it'll beep when there's current. You just need a utility knife. These are cheap. You can buy that at Home Depot. Wire stripper. This is a special one for doing romex, but any wire stripper that you could buy is going to work fine. You don't really need these. Any kind of pliers would work, but you're going to want something for what I'm going to show coming up, which these work good for, but I'm sure you could have a different set of pliers that does that. Okay, and you also need some yellow wire nuts. Okay, so step one. The first thing you have to do whenever you're working on electrical is you want to make sure there's no power. Okay, so I don't have that wire that you guys have. I have this stuff, but we're going to use this as an example. Okay, so you're going to go to it with the power on. You're going to take this guy. You're going to stick it on there, okay? And I'll just show you an example. This thing right here in my garage has power. It's charging some stuff over here, okay? When I bring this next to it, it beeps. That has power, okay? Now, when I unplug it, it no longer has power, okay? I can't get shocked, okay? So that's how that works. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to that panel. It's gonna look like this. I'm sure, you know, you guys may not know which breaker it is that does it. Obviously, this panel's a lot bigger than yours probably. But you're gonna find the one that it is. When they're faced towards the center like that, that means on. So you're gonna find the one that it is, and you're gonna turn it off. If you don't know what it is, you just test one, go back to the wire, put your thing on it. If it beeps still, that's the wrong one. Turn that one back on, try another one. Anyways, so you'll turn it off. Eventually you'll find the one that turns it off. Okay. Now you're safe. Okay, then comes the real work. Okay, so now you're gonna test, and it's gonna stay green like this. There's no power, okay? It's that simple. Okay, so now we can turn this off. Okay, then you're gonna go to that spot that you have a picture of that has a little burn hole in it. Right on the burn hole, you're gonna cut it, okay? Now the wire that you guys have is, like I said, slightly different than this wire, okay? This wire is kind of easier to work with. The stuff you have is more insulated, it's meant to be outside. But the theory is the same, okay? What you're gonna do on yours is you're gonna go and you're gonna see these three wires right here. You're gonna go and kind of cut down them a little bit like this. Obviously wash your hand, okay? Nice and lightly. And then you're gonna be able to separate them kind of, okay? You could do it on one side, and then you could go on the other side, do it like this. Something like this. Oops. That, okay, something like that. And then you're going to be able to basically take these apart. Like I said, this stuff's a little different than what you have, but it's the same general principle. There will be a white wire, a green wire, and a ground wire, or a white wire, a bare wire, and a black wire. Okay, you'll get them out like this. You'll probably want to split them a little bit more, probably about, I don't know, 6 inches or so. Maybe you could go less, but something like that, okay? You don't want to go too much though, or else you're not gonna have enough room, okay? Then you're gonna kind of get it set up like this, okay? Boom. Then you're gonna do the same on the other side, okay? And I'm just gonna cut this one normally because it's normal romex. But you're gonna have to cut it your special way because you have that other kind of stuff. Okay. Now you take your strippers, okay? On here, it says wire gauge solid, wire gauge stranded. Okay, you guys have number 12s. If it doesn't fit, you just move it to the other one. But if you really want to know, you could look at the one and then stick it on there. Okay, so it's the bottom hole. I'll go like this, strip about that much. Doesn't really matter on all of them. Okay, strip about that much. That okay. Now this if you just cut it, this wire would actually be like this because the blacks would have been the same side. But anyways, you're gonna take these two black wires, okay? You're gonna stick them together like that, okay? And then you kind of want them to be the same length, the copper sticking out. So what I'll do, this one's a little long, trim it off, okay? Then I'll take these pliers that we talked about earlier. I'll grab it, and I'll spin it like this. You don't necessarily need to do this step. This is kind of just like one extra step you can do, okay? I'll take the wire nut. Oh, and when you twist, you always twist clockwise, okay, to the right. And when you spin the wire nut, you always spin the wire nut to the right. Same way. Boom, okay. And then you're gonna repeat for these two. So I'll show you that real quick. The ground's super easy. Okay, I'll cut it the same size. Take that. Twist these guys around a little bit. Okay. Take my wire nut to the right, twist it to the right. Okay. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is that you're gonna want to crank these real good. You want to crank until it almost hurts your hand to twist them anymore. Okay. 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 Let's finish up with whites. And honestly, you probably should strip a little bit more than this. I probably went a little short, so I'm gonna take a little bit more off. Can always cut the copper down later, so, but that's probably a little bit better right there. Okay, I'll take my pliers again. Start twisting. Start twisting. Okay, take my last wire nut, which went somewhere. Well, anyways, I have one here. Here we go. That one disappeared.
Behind the wheel, I think.
Oh, is it?
Somewhere.
Oh, it's okay. Well, anyways, take your wire nut, no big deal. Boom, twist this guy on. Okay.
Twist until you can't twist no more.
Yep. And so, like, for instance, this one right here, it's not quite getting tighter. That one fucking broke. These are this one right here is a shitty wire nut. That's probably a bad example. That doesn't usually happen. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is kind of a shitty one too. But the long story short is that this right here, you're gonna want to make nice and smooth. So I just clip it off. This extra little doodad coming out, just clip that off. Okay. Boom. Twist this on. Wait. Nice and tight. Okay. Boom. Now you're done. Okay. Now to make it waterproof, what you do is this: take your electrical tape. Okay. This is. Oh, I didn't mention you need electrical tape. Shit. Well, hopefully you watch this whole video before you go to the store. Anyways, pretty damn simple. Right here, start like this, wrap it real good, wrap it, pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight right there. go. Okay. Go down kind of as far as you can go. I mean, really, the more you can pull these wires back, the better you're going to be. That way you have more to work with. It's just easier to work with it. But I don't know how much time you're going to, or how much room you have. So you may not be able to take that much out and still use the same wire. Anyways, that one. Okay, in the ground, I really don't give a shit about. You could wrap it though, just to feel good about yourself. Okay. Then you're gonna go like this. You're gonna stick this whole thing in a sandwich bag, and then you're gonna wrap the bottom of the sandwich bag. Again, I don't have that part, but then, okay, you're gonna go back to the panel. You're gonna turn the same breaker that you turned off on. Hopefully nothing explodes. If nothing explodes, you go to it. You should touch it and it should be red like this over here. And if that's the case, you're in power, your pump works. There you go. So give it a give it a shot. And yeah, if you have questions, give me a call, but should be pretty straightforward. Just be careful. Make sure there's no power. Make sure you use your tester. Non-contact tester. I think this thing is called, what is this technically called? Oh, NCVT, non-contact voltage tester. That's what it technically is. So you definitely want one of those. But once you turn the power off, you're good. There's really no danger. It's just a matter of doing it. So, all right, guys. Have fun. Good luck.